Welcome to April's Garage, the greatest automotive channel in all of YouTube land. And here's the thing, Tyler and his friends, they really have a thing for wagons, but this is the most powerful wagon Dodge ever built, the muscle wagon. Well, that's not actually the name. Is this like your new calendar shoot right here?
I'm working on it.
It'd be pretty hot. That's August, because that's like your hottest pose right there.
It's really? A Magnum.
Yeah, so this is a 2007 Dodge Magnum. Really, really cool, but I need to pick your brain and see, like, what is it about wagons that you guys are so obsessed with?
Well, wagons are awesome because they have the practicality of a family car coupled with, well, the nice driving experience of a sedan.
Ooh, don't get hit.
I got a new toy here.
Yeah.
And they just look cool. And this one is the most powerful Mopar station wagon ever because it is the SRT with the 6.1 Hemi. And Chicago Motor Cars, they have a lot of exotics, Lamborghinis, McLarens. They said, anything in your inventory that you want to try out and drive, please give it a shot. And I went, they have a Magnum. They have a Magnum SRT with really low mileage. And I was blown away. And he went, really? We've got Aventador, Vueltos. We've got every McLaren you can think of.
Well, they're like really, and then you start negotiating the price with them.
I know.
This is something that you actually want to take back to Kansas?
Yeah, it would be very good at hauling Bugatti wheels. And yeah, the headlights and things. So
they are really cool. And the thing I like about them is the same reason why I love El Caminos is because they're different. You don't see this on the road.
Right.
It's really wild and cool, and no one's making anything like this.
Nope, they don't make them anymore, unfortunately.
Well, they only made these for 4 years.
Shall we start the tour?
And let's go. You're having way too much fun.
What a shame, April. They only made these for a few short years, huh?
I don't know why they stopped making them, and they actually did like a refresh in 08, but why would you do that when you're getting rid of them in 08?
Nobody was buying them.
Yeah?
Yeah, they were not hot sellers, unfortunately, but it's on the same platform as the Chrysler 300, as the Dodge Charger and Challenger, based on a Mercedes E-Class, this chassis. So a lot of engineering from the Germans went into this car, and actually the SRTs got a Mercedes transmission, a 5-speed that you'd find in, well, any and all Mercedes of the era.
So it does belong here because it's fancy.
It is very fancy. Yes, it has sort of a nondescript color, I would say.
Right.
The wheels are oversized in SRT.
Brembo brakes. I mean, like, anytime you have
up.
red brake calipers, you know there's something going on with this puppy.
And it does have the badge. It's got a Hemi. That was a great marketing campaign back in the day. But yeah, from the side, you know, there's no special aero or body kits on these things that are that wild compared to a normal Magnum. What a name, the Magnum. 357 Magnum, or, you know, yeah, Magnum, other things, prophylactics, yes.
I have a little story. I don't.
You're going to tell the story? I love this story.
No.
Really?
I shouldn't.
Yes. Oh, yes, absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I had an ex that had a Magnum in his glove box for a while, which he didn't need, if you know, like, you know what I mean?
It
and
was
like, so whenever
false advertising.
Yeah,
he would pick you up in his vehicle. But anyway, there's no sad reveal when it comes to the Magnum, which is
except for that,
currently
when it doesn't
locked.
work.
So a failure to launch here. Let me unlock it. I guess a failure to launch is worse in some cases. But yeah, this thing, kind of stealth on the outside, but she certainly got it where it counts. So
yeah,
you
like,
pop the hood.
I would call these kind of the sleeper. You look at it and you're like, oh, it's kind of a station wagon, but not anymore until you see that.
6.1 liter Hemi.
Oh yeah.
Over 400 horsepower in 2006. That was a lot.
There's still a lot.
A C6 Corvette had the same horsepower. Or actually, this thing had about 20 more horsepower than a C6 Corvette.
No.
And it's a station wagon.
That is so cool.
And you can see this one came from Florida, a little over 30,000 miles, and it is pristine. Chicago Motor Cars has this thing advertised for sale, and you can buy it, drive it home today. So thanks so much for them letting us use their showroom area and shoot these videos while we pick up the Veyron. But
unless Tyler buys it before you.
Yeah, it's you know, the basis, the start of a second dynasty when it comes to the Hemi right here. You know, 5.7 liter was in the trucks, and the 6.1s came later in these cars, and well, that second era has just ended.
Do you think they should bring these back?
It'll never happen.
Why?
No.
Why? You're like so confident that it'll never happen.
The Charger is going to come back as an internal combustion vehicle and electric that is a straight 6 twin turbo.
Yeah.
So a Hemi V8, it's a dinosaur.
But you can bring this back, but like electric, and there's so much room to carry the batteries.
You're talking about a Magnum. I'm talking about the V8s, the Hemis themselves. But the Magnum, well, why not?
Yeah, I think they should.
Why not? It'll never happen. They're only building crossovers and things, but yeah, I agree with you.
It's like a squished crossover.
Right.
That's what I would call it.
Yeah, you have the rear hatch here.
Look at all this room.
Plenty of room.
Oh, this is fantastic. But why didn't they do like the last row of seating? Like a normal
like
station
Mercedes?
wagon, right?
Well, let's see. It might.
Am I in the way?
It might have it. No, it doesn't have it.
No.
But yeah, on the Mercedes E-Class wagons, you could get a third row seat. So I guess that is one downside to these. But yeah, you did get a much more cushy, comfortable interior. Even in the rears, they made them sort of buckety. But
Those are
yeah,
great.
look in the front. That's the other special touch of the SRT-8. See it on the headrests. Some pretty cushy, thick foam bucket seats.
Yeah, this got great bolstering. Those are comfortable seats, but inside is very like typical 2000s layout. A little basic. They got this LED screen here.
Right.
But oh, these are really comfortable.
Really stinking comfortable.
SRT-8 on the headrests.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, these would be comfortable in the new car barn, like just these seats alone for furniture.
I don't think they're selling just the seats. I think they want to sell the whole car. But yeah,
great.
Normal automatic transmission, normal Dodge climate controls, all the normal stuff that you would find in the base models. And I think that was one of the big problems was, you know, the interiors weren't that different than like a cheap Dodge Caliber.
Yeah,
but you were paying for, the seats are amazing, the engine amazing, the driving experience very luxurious, very, very fancy in that sense. But you couldn't look past sort of what you see. But
it's basic. It's very basic.
Yeah, but the same could be said of Mopars of the 60s and 70s. They weren't that fancy on the inside either. They just offered a lot of performance, a lot of comfort for the money. So here it is again in 2007. It is an instant classic. I'm sorry.
Was that like a hairball?
I don't know. So here it is again. And it is now definitely a classic. Something that came out around or a little after when I was graduating high school is now a collector vehicle.
Do you know if they ever made like wood panel body kits or anything? Come on. No, that would be, so wrong.
No. What do you think of the nose, April?
It's very cool. I know in 08 they kind of squared off the headlights, so these are a little more stylized. And I mean, the front, very Dodge. It's just Dodge Ram all day long right there. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah.
Overall, I think it's a pretty car. Does it stick out of a crowd? No. Now it does because wagons, you never see them anymore.
But that's why I like it, which is why I like the Grand National. It's not like a show-off car until you floor it, and then you're like, okay, there's some power there.
Well, I have driven a Chrysler 300 SRT, and I've driven a Charger all the way loaded up, but never a Magnum. It'd all be the same. But it is April's garage, so you are driving the Magnum.
Me?
Just grab a hold of that Magnum and
oh my gosh, stop.
hang on for dear life. I don't know.
There's not a lot to hang on to.
Just having another flashback. All right, the time capsule Magnum. Okay. Give it a rev, April. That'll do.
It sounds so good.
That'll do.
Hemis, like they just have that specific sound. It's so beautiful.
Especially when they're not ticking, as I've discovered. 30-something thousand miles, you don't have to worry about a Hemi tick yet.
Right?
Yeah.
You ready? We're in Chicago. Tinted windows, like growing up in Chicago. Do you know how many times I get pulled over just for having tinted windows?
Not a problem in Kansas.
It could happen here. Oh, it sounds so good.
Yes.
Doesn't it? Like seriously, I'm not just like saying that because we're shooting a video and you're supposed to be excited.
But also, the ride and the bumpy parking lot.
Right.
And the seats. Oh my goodness.
They're very comfortable, very nice. Oh, and hey, look, there's traffic in Chicago. How unusual.
Right.
Am I going around?
Go ahead and go around and make a right.
That sounds
I know.
so
Is it snappy?
That sounds so good. This is great. It feels long. It feels like a wagon. Like it feels bigger than a regular SUV for some reason.
All right, go ahead and floor it for a second here.
That sounds so good. Like station wagon, okay, you're thinking like,
Yes.
I don't know, mom picking up soccer mom type of thing, but not when you hear that noise.
Super duper underrated. I feel like these cars are sort of forgotten gems, I think.
Right?
And it being the wagon, it's the coolest of this era. I'd love a Chrysler 300C. I think that's the prettiest looking of the bunch. The Dodge Chargers, they're okay. The Magnum, though,
It's cool because it stands out. But it's tricky because it's like Challenger, Charger, Magnum. You have your three options.
Right.
I don't know, the price point's probably a little similar. What's going to make you choose the Magnum? Because there's not a lot of them, it stands out.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, it's still in good condition. How many are still in good condition today?
Very, very few, yeah. There's such low mileage on this thing. Very basic sort of racing gauges. This is definitely an aftermarket modification. The original sat-nav was atrocious on these things. But yeah, the letdown is, I mean, the hardish plastics everywhere. It is definitely a cheap Chrysler product in that sense, but it really does have it where it counts.
It's
The
not
seats,
a show car. It's like all go, right?
yeah, these might be the most comfortable seats that we've done a review on yet. Don't
They're
you think?
they're like your Cadillac seats, like your 05 Cadillac. I get what you're saying now about
Exactly.
them. Just the bolstering too is very
Right.
comfortable.
And then you get that Mercedes sort of E-Class sort of ride.
The
It has a
suspension.
luxury car ride to it, even though this is sort of the sport-tuned one. Yeah, go ahead, give it another.
I love when it kicks in like that.
Yep.
So good. Okay.
So you're sold?
I think these are so cool. Like I said, there's nothing on the road like them. So you're going to get eyeballs turning on you all the time. Like, it's very cool. It's very different. There's a lot of Challengers. There's a lot of Chargers. There's not a lot of Magnums.
He'd probably take the Grand Camino on trade.
It's just zip it. Zip your mouth. I will kick you up. Like, I'll just leave you on the side of the road.
We need something to haul the
in
Bugatti
Chicago.
wheels back to Kansas.
Just
so this is a good one.
Bye. Can't believe you said that.
Wait,
Bye. Here, let me get the door.
oh,
There's something behind
we're
you.
in Chicago. No, I don't want to go to.
Bye.
No,
Bye.
no, no.
Oh, I can't believe you said that. I'm disowning you. It is very cool.
Floor it one more time. Using the slap shifter.
It is so cool. Hemis sound so good.
I'm in love. They don't build anything like this anymore. This is a driving experience that you just cannot get.
So if they brought these back, do you have any specifications
It wouldn't
you
be as
think they
good.
should have?
It wouldn't be as good. They wouldn't
Seriously?
make a seat like this. They wouldn't make it ride like this. It wouldn't have that noise. There's no way they could recapture this magic. It's gone.
Except for wood paneling.
Yeah. So buying the nice example that you can, like this,
Right.
and then just cherishing it is definitely the move. And this video may not even get posted because I might end up just buying it for myself.
You can't.
I might.
You can't
I
do
might.
that. You don't have any money left
Oh,
from your
that's right.
Veyron.
Can I borrow some more money?
After that Grand Camino comment, you're cut off.
Thank you so much for watching.